Nós vivemos um momento muito atípico no mundo, que é a pandemia. Eu queria saber até que ponto a pandemia desafia os ambientalistas e organizações como o Greenpeace, que tem que mudar a estratégia à medida que a gente tem que pensar em salvar vidas num primeiro momento. Como é que você avalia isso? Que tipo de ações vocês tiveram que mudar? Porque o Greenpeace tem uma marca que é a linha de frente, que é se expor, que é ir para o local para denunciar os crimes ambientais. Como é que vocês estão se organizando diante da pandemia? E eu queria saber também se essa pandemia comprometeu o apoio financeiro à organização. Quanto vocês vão ter de fôlego para continuar essa luta ano que vem?
So Greenpeace has been we're very active in the early stages of the pandemic. We actually, all around the world, worked in different countries to support everything from, our volunteers supported elderly in helping them go shopping for their food. We produced masks, as I mentioned. We worked to get supplies into the Amazon for indigenous peoples. So we very much worked in solidarity. We worked and campaigned for rights for essential workers in the United States. And then I would say, because of the understanding, obviously, that in a pandemic, you need to save lives. And I think, though, as the pandemic has continued, I think the rips in the system, and the neoliberal system, I think, have become so clear. You know, even the Financial Times right now is saying it's not working if you see what's happening on healthcare. So I think the types of changes that we've made has been indeed to actually lean more into the broader economic systemic change that needs to happen. And that's the case in many countries where we've put forward different ideas of how to create a system that brings well-being to people. I think we've also been obviously very careful in any of our activities, being all COVID compliant, finding incredibly creative ways to be out there, whether those be holograms of people, whether it be Zoom teach-ins. There's been all kinds of, it's unleashed incredible creativity, actually. And we are very, very fortunate that we have loyal supporters around the world. When we had to move off of the streets, obviously, and move into the Zoom, they really have stayed with us. I think the understanding of the crisis that we're in, and that the climate crisis and the biodiversity crisis have not gone away. In fact, it's even more obvious than before, and the vulnerability that we are in, I think that has generated people to be engaged, and we need that kind of engagement for sure. So yes, there have been changes. We've had to adapt. I think everybody is learning right now to be responsive. We've also really worked to take care and have duty of care to our own staff who had to all work from home. The challenges that means, and work to have greater kindness, I would say, to each other and to those who we're working with, for a greater cause.
Jennifer.